Hello, everyone. Pastor Greg here. A couple of announcements to begin. One is a thank you to all of you who were there and participating at our Culver's Night on Monday. I'm not exactly sure what the final numbers are and the turnout was, but it was just great to see so many of you and be able to talk with many of you as well. And thank you for coming out to support our teens and their trip coming up to Colorado. There are other ways that we can continue to help support them simply by making donations. If you would like to do that to help fill the bus, those will go to our students to help defray some of the costs of the trip. We have our silent auction. We have a bunch of items that have been gathering with that. So if you do have some of those items, you can go ahead and feel free to bring those with you. And also, the pizza sales are still going on, so if you did not get a chance to order any pizzas, you can find some of those forms to go ahead and fill out. Just make sure that you have the your payment with that, and just put it in one of the boxes. There's a box that has both fill the bus and pizza sales for you, so you can go ahead and just deposit that in there, and that will go toward defraying the cost of the trip. One more announcement. It's something that we have been thinking about for a couple months now, and we have finally come to a decision. The youth board has come to a decision that for the rest of this year, we are going to stop Faith Quest due to the numbers, due to just a lot of different factors that are going to be happening. Faith Quest will not be in operation for the rest of this school year. We'll begin it again in September as we evaluate the effectiveness and what we can do with Faith Quest moving forward. But just to let you know about that, I know we had canceled the next 3 weeks anyway. We did not schedule those 3 weeks because of spring break and then Easter. So then basically starting in April, we will not have Faith Quest offered. So we apologize to all of those who really count on that. You can come talk to me anytime if you want to about that. I would appreciate that conversation, actually. The devotion that I want to focus on is a passage that, for some reason, this week, it hit home to me. We are working our way through Lent, and we're getting closer and closer, only a couple weeks left, and then we have Holy Week. And what do we focus on in Holy Week? Yes, I know, we of course need to focus on Easter, but you think about, what do we have in front of our church? What do we have on the top of our steeple in church? What do people wear around their necks a lot of times, or have in their homes hanging on a wall? You don't have an empty tomb. You have a cross. Now, for a lot of people, that cross is just a decoration. Some people even say, well, that cross is superstitious and it gives me good luck or protects me, and that's the reason why I wear it. Some just wear it as a piece of jewelry. But what does the cross mean to you? Our Bible passage from 1 Corinthians, it comes to us. Paul wrote these words, but of course, God told him what to write. And I want to read these words to you. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. The power of God? The cross is definitely a place of pain, of suffering. It was a place that the Romans were using to try to deter people from actually trying to overthrow their government, because they would throw the worst criminals on them to show, hey, we have power. And yet, Paul is saying there on the cross is the power of God. The God who can do all things, the God who can choose to do all things, and whatever he chooses to do is going to happen. That God made a choice to go to a cross. What does the cross mean to you? Is it a place of torture, torment, suffering, death, crucifixion? Is it a place where we think about on Good Friday? Is it something you hang on your walls or wear around your necks? What is the cross? Does the cross show weakness or foolishness like the world would see? Or do you see strength and power in the cross? When you come to church and you hear the messages that are being proclaimed, when you attend a Bible study and you hear what is being taught to you, we'll focus on the cross. In fact, when you think about the Old Testament and the New Testament, where is the middle part? Well, the Old Testament comes forward and talks about the cross to come, and the New Testament talks about that cross that happened. It's all about the cross. It's all about Jesus. It's all about what he had done. Is there power in the cross? Well, where else do you find a place where sin comes to die, the devil has been defeated, death is destroyed, and you know you have the assurance of forgiveness of sins and eternal life? Isn't that all found at the cross? There's a reason why so many enemies feel that to be foolishness, is because they don't believe in it. They see the cross as a place of torture and death, and that's all they see it at. But that's what the devil wants people to believe, because the devil doesn't like going to the cross. The devil hates the cross because there the devil knows his head was crushed. There is where God demonstrates his greatest power in a very humble way, to show that all of our enemies have been destroyed. So what does the cross mean to you? It's going to be something you're going to think about over the next couple of weeks as we enter into Holy Week, as we get to the cross. And even though you'll see your sin upon that cross, even though you will see an innocent man die upon that cross, may you also see the truth. That cross is God's greatest demonstration of power. Because on that cross is where you know you are saved. God bless you all.